It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
I watch football all the time, and I just feel like, I don't know if this is wrong to say, but I think I get called for more stuff just based off of us just not winning. I watch these winning programs, and it'd be some egregious things, and it don't get called, like, letting the players play. Like, I got called on something today where it's like I know the route, everything, and I'm just supposed to let him just push all the top of the route. I'm seeing counter steps, all that. Like, if you're not going to catch the ball, you're going to. I just feel like in general, even in Mike Evans, I just feel like us not winning is just what goes on. Like, we don't win, and I feel like we don't get the calls that we should get, and we get called for the calls that we probably shouldn't get called for.
That's Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner saying he's being flagged more due to the team sucking. Sounds like an NBA-type complaint. We're bad teams. We don't get calls.
Yeah, I just wonder what the guy in the metropolitan area there is going to work, trying to pay his bills, and he hears this guy whining and playing the victim. I just don't think it resonates.
Doesn't go over very well. Just win, baby. Just win. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, non-committal about his playing status this week. Niners playing the Rams, and that game's tomorrow. Expressed hopes his turf toe would allow him to suit up and play in the game. Purdy said he didn't have issues with it against Jacksonville, but the soreness set in after the game.
And if he's Ronnie Lott, he'd cut it off.
Old school. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill's agent Drew Rosenhaus told ESPN the surgery to repair the dislocated knee and associated ligament tears was successful, and the expectation is Hill will not need additional surgery. Rosenhaus expressing confidence Hill would be able to play next year.
Good.
Figured he would say that, don't you?
I don't know.
Yeah. Broncos coach Sean Payton expressed his support for the tush-push play that's been a lightning rod in the NFL. Broncos getting ready to play the Eagles. Quote, I was one that stood up in favor of it. The reason I stood up in favor of it is pretty simple. If the powers that to be don't want it for aesthetic reasons or competitive reasons, it's hard to officiate, etc. But I've been involved in those meetings for a long time, and all of a sudden, health and safety was pulled into that, which might be the safest play in football. My BS nose kind of went up. So it's not health and safety. People just don't like defending it.
What are you talking about? 3 times a game?
Yes.
Yeah. It's much ado. I can't get into it.
It is much ado. It is tons of ado. I think it will continue to be a lot of ado. And you will continue not to get into it.
Right.
But it will rage on. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Big 12 Conference issued a public reprimand and imposed a $50,000 fine on the University of Colorado for derogatory chants that targeted the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints last Saturday night. Deion Sanders apologized for the incident, saying that's not indicative of who we are. Our student body, our kids are phenomenal. Sedona Dice is just based on a group of young kids that probably was intoxicated and high simultaneously.
Ooh.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that as well, but the truth is going to make you free. But BYU, we love you, we appreciate you, and we support you. God bless.
Well, I believe that stuff is legal over there in Colorado.
Right? It is.
So there you go, Colorado people. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can go into it, but until we're serious about alcohol, that according to their own coach,
it's going to keep happening.
No, it's been happening for years.
Right.
I wonder why now it's making a lot of headlines.
I don't know. Different conference treating it differently, imposing a bigger fine. I mean, I don't think they would have done $50,000 fines back in the day. There's just more money now. But
zero.
Yeah.
This is the first that I'm aware of.
Was there something? Oregon, there was an apology. Did the Pac-12 fine Oregon? I don't remember. I remember there was an incident and there was an apology.
As far as I am aware, this is the first time
I've been on the road.
You've been on the road
for 30 years.
Yeah. Then it goes back Mountain West. Wow.
Wyoming. Loved seeing stuff like this.
I participated in a few of the chants.
Of course you did. From the press box, no less.
PK's up there banging,
No, it's like
banging on the glass.
That gal at the Ryder Cup. I was trying to, orchestrate the fans. Okay, you say this, and then,
You're going to section you. Did you a yell leader?
Did you have to step down from your position afterwards?
How many open press boxes could you actually participate in? How many are glassed in? It'd be nothing. You'd just be screaming in your cage.
If you go down to the southeast of the part of the country, most of them are open. And
when the press box caught on fire at Georgia Tech, ACC Stadium, glassed in, or could you have bailed out over the... I don't know how many people know that story. That's an old story.
I believe it was open, but you would have to jump down.
Down, it was too far, yeah. Down the stairwell out onto the field when the press box caught on fire.
Somebody died in that fire.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeff Reynolds had sent us the information the following week. Yeah. It was hairy for a second because we were in the stairwell and the door wouldn't open into the next level.
Yeah. No, I remember that part of the story.
There was a couple of minutes there. I got really nervous.
Yeah. UCLA fired offensive coordinator Tino Sunseri after just 4 games in charge of the Bruins offense. Sunseri had come over to join the Bruins staff from Indiana. Tight ends coach Jerry Neuheisel will be the team's interim offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Rick's son.
Federal judge Claudia Wilkin has allowed the Pac-12 Conference's lawsuit against the Mountain West Conference over $55 million in poaching fees to go forward. The Pac-12 and some of its new schools filed lawsuits last year claiming the poaching clause it agreed to in its signed a scheduling agreement for its football teams last season was invalid. The clause called for payments to the Mountain West of $10 million for the first team that left, with the amount growing by $500,000 for every additional team. That was on top of the $17 million plus exit fees the schools were responsible for as part of the deal. The Mountain West Conference has been expecting a financial windfall of somewhere around $100 million, but that could drop now. And I think the bottom line out of all of this, as your eyes glaze over, PK, is how much money is Utah State going to be responsible for, if any, and how will that impact their teams, because that's money that could have gone to their teams.
You let me know.
Okay, there it is. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Lakers star LeBron James was on the sidelines as the team opened training camp yesterday and have a longer ramp-up period in camp and the preseason games leading into the season as he deals with what head coach J.J. Redick called, quote, a little bit of nerve irritation in the glute, closed quote. Sore butt, PK. That's what he's got. He's got a sore butt.
Well, we can remember at this stage, actually, I mean, he wasn't quite as old, but he was certainly older. Letter carrier had no interest in participating in this part of the season.
No.
And neither should LeBron.
Training camp, preseason games, that's for other people.
Yeah.
You, the undrafted free agent, here's a chance for you to show what you can do. I'll be sitting over here. You do your thing. Later on when it's important, I'll do my thing.
Yeah, and I don't expect them to be in the finals anyway.
Warriors swingman Jonathan Kuminga ended his stalemate with the franchise by agreeing to a 2-year, $48.5 million deal. The deal includes a team option in the second year that's designed for the Warriors or another team if and when Kuminga is traded during the upcoming season to rip it up and complete a new contract next summer.
Well, that's great, but is Kerr going to play him the way he wants to be played?
There is a great question. Is he a supporting cast guy? Does he get to be the guy? Do they sit the older stars? Steph Curry, obviously.
No.
And he, 10 or 15 minutes a game gets to be the guy?
The Warriors are going to end this like every star.
Everything else.
They're going to bleed it to the end and then rebuild.
See Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. See San Antonio Spurs.
Jimmy Butler, it didn't.
It's not going to move the needle that much.
No. And so Curry is the most important Warrior in the history of the Warriors, even going back to when they weren't even in the Bay Area. That's how important he was.
Going back to Philly.
Yeah, that's how important he is. No, I'm making a joke there, but
because that would involve Will Chamberlain.
Certainly, he is here with this, and so he's going to stay, and they're going to keep him, and
they'll play it out to the end, and then they'll start over.
I mean, we've already seen it. They're a play-in team. They're a first-round exit. Mm-hmm. It's like the statues. You're sort of held hostage by it in that situation, and you just play it out, and then you start to reload at that point, and I think that's what they're doing. And Kuminga can get his minutes, but he's not going to be the focus. I don't know that he's good enough to be the focus.
Warriors coach Steve Kerr entering the final season of his current contract. The typical time in a contract cycle when you hear about an extension, but Kerr said that he has no plans to address his status and future until after the season. I'm very comfortable going into the season with a year left, Kerr said. I'm so aligned with Mike Dunleavy and Joe LaCobe. We talked about this. There's no reason for discussion or concern. This is kind of a point in a relationship where let's just see how it is at the end of the year. Figure he goes out the door.
Well, his mentor is Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
He's not a dumb guy.
I'm not signing on for the rebuild.
Yeah.
Phil did once. He did have one 8th-place season while they waited for Pau Gasol.
Well, the difference with Phil, though, and he takes a lot of grief, not anymore because it's so old news now, but he did go coach in the CBA. Kerr inherited Mark Jackson's team, and away you go.
Yeah, that is true.
So I don't know that he was grinding there on TBS or TNT, and we had heard that the Jazz were interested in him at the time because he wanted to get back into coaching, and I think the Knicks were interested, so he picked the best opportunity, which I don't fault him at all. Why wouldn't you?
Yes.
Who's going to pick a
I know what the best one is,
opportunity?
but let me take the worst opportunity.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So he made it known he wanted to be coach, his agent and all that stuff. He wanted to do that, and opportunities. So, yeah, I can't criticize the guy in the least for that. And now, obviously, it's going to trend the other way. So why would you sign on? Because if he wanted to coach, I'm sure that he would have his opportunities to go into someplace else, wherever it might be, NBA, college. Who knows what would be available. He's 60 years old, so he still has plenty of time. I think he just turned 60 just the other day, if I remember. So he could easily go another 5, 6, 7 years if he wanted. So yeah, this when I saw this yesterday, I thought, well, of course, that makes perfect sense for him in the situation that he's in. If he were 1 or 2 years into it, and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and those guys were in their 20s, he would sign on the dotted line immediately.
He'd be signing another 3 or 4 year deal.
Yeah, right. Of course.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Skubal drops the hands into his motion. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Changeup. It's John Kinsey Noel to start the 8th. 14 strikeouts for Tarek Skubal.
Kelly swings, and it's a high fly ball, deep left center field. Going back, Sheets at the track near the wall. Gone! Cubs take the lead!
The 2-2 is lined down the left field line. This is a fair ball. It's off the track and off the wall. Story comes home. Bregman, his signature Red Sox moment. Insurance in the Bronx, and it is 3-1 Boston.
On a 1-1, Ohtani, it's a towering ball, deep right field. He flips the bat and watches it fly 3/4 of the way up the pavilion. Just a mammoth blast for his second home run, and the Dodgers are pouring it on in Game 1.
Yeah, good thing they poured it on because the bullpen struggled. The Reds came back. Eventually, the Dodgers won 10-5. But good thing they got those extra insurance runs. Reds had the bases loaded there in the 8th, but couldn't get the big hit that would have really put the pressure on.
Isn't that redundant? Extra insurance?
Yes, but they needed the extra insurance. Some insurance might not have been enough.
Well, then it's not insurance.
It looked like it at the time, but it wouldn't have been enough.
Well, 6 would have been enough, I believe.
As it turns out.
Yeah, Ohtani, 2 home runs, 2 massive home runs. I mean, he's going to end up being the greatest baseball player, at least batter, because he doesn't field right there, maybe ever. And I don't know. He's not going to necessarily be up the line in home runs and all that, but what he's able to do. And we'll see about the pitching, how that continues, because he has had arm trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good when he does it, but if you have an arm trouble every couple of years, that's not good enough.
Right.
He's an amazing player.
And as he gets older, another injury like that, could it sit him down for another year or two? And would they want to come back after a third time? But we'll probably see him here in the postseason at some point. They didn't need him yesterday.
Oh,
but
yeah. He's supposed to start Game 3 if there's a Game 3.
If there's a Game 3.
Yeah, which I don't know if that means that then he'll start Game 1.
Right. Yeah, if they just wrap it up in Game 2, just push him on down the line to Saturday.
Yeah.
Cubs beat the Padres 3-1 in the other National League game. Dansby Swanson making plays. Stranded guys at third.
Former number one pick of the Diamondbacks, and they traded him to Atlanta and got nobody.
So when he was diving on the ground, fielding the sharp grounder, keeping the runner at third in a 1-0 game, you're like, great. Running out there into outfield, over-the-shoulder catch, stranding another guy at third, great.
He was the number one pick out of Vanderbilt.
Those were
came out.
Yeah, those are the two biggest outs of the game right there.
Yeah, he's a player.
Tigers win a pitcher's duel. They beat the Guardians 2-1. This is his pitching and defense right here. So many of the games. I mean, not the Dodgers-Reds game. That one, that was different. But the other three games, pitching and defense.
So you'd have your best pitcher out there. Schoolball.
Yeah.
From Kingman, Arizona, of all places. Diamondbacks actually drafted him, but he chose to go back to Seattle University and did not sign with his home state team. Oh, what could have been.
Red Sox coming from behind. They beat the Yankees 3-1. Everybody plays game 2 today. They're all in the same exact time slots as yesterday.
As I was watching these games, and I watched the 2 early games, the whole game, the most of the other games. Yeah, October. There's nothing better. I mean, the sunshine, the shadows, the jam-packed stadiums. This is what it's about. It's a tad cooler. Under the sun, the way God intended sports to be played. Not 8:30 at night when people are lathered up. Oh, when they did stuff, here's another $15 beer.
The logic of that is just killing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unpredictable.
And away we go. But in the daytime, come on.
The shots of the fans filing in. They always send a camera out there and get somebody walking in behind the fans. They've got the jersey on. You can see
sports are meant to be played outside in the day.
You can see the bounce in their step.
And this time of year, the weather hasn't set in just yet.
No, later we'll have playoff games in the rain, and they'll pretend like it's not raining. That always kills me.
Well, it'll be at night.
Yep.
World Series. But this is the purest form of MLB. And, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have been
at any one of those games?
Yeah, outside in the day, sun shining like that. Yes, every pitch matters. The fans are into it like crazy. Yeah, it's just... I am romanticizing it because this sport allows you to romanticize it. And I felt romantic yesterday.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Perunovich fakes his shot, then dips in down the near side wall here in the offensive zone. Scott Perunovich, low to high. DeSimone, one-timer boot, pad save, rebound, score! Cameron Hebig knocks it in, and Utah is on the board here in Boise. Hebig gets the goal following the boot shot. Mammoth creating some chances here with their youngsters. Boot up top, Dursey on the blue line. Boot left circle. Looking in, shoots and scores! The youth movement continues here in Idaho. We're tied at 2. Daniil Boot has his second of the preseason.
The Mammoth losing to the Kings 3-2 in Boise last night. Cameron Hebig, Daniil Boot scoring the goals as the countdown continues to the season opener. DJ PK, that is what is trending. It's brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. All right, coming up in our next segment, Robbie Bosco, former BYU quarterback, current athletic administrator, is going to join us. We'll talk Cougar football with him, with West Virginia coming to town Friday night. Riley Jensen will talk college football at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. DJ PK, this is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.